Only the views of this particular program and its hosts. The views and opinions expressed on this broadcast does not reflect or represent the views of WTMP, its officers, staff, or advisors. Listen to the Call for Help show with attorney Paul Rebein.
Say something.
Say something.
Oh, there you go.
That's better.
Okay. Okay. Like I have no noise going on in here. I'm like, it's nobody in here but me.
You have to do this to get the antenna right.
Oh, tilted over. There it is.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Call for Help show. My name is Robin Lockett. We have Pastor Fruster and Malcolm in the middle. We're hosting a show for Paul Rebein this morning. He's not here. And hey, we're going to have some fun this morning. No, we're going to have serious talk this morning. We're going to have serious talk this morning.
Yes.
We can still have fun, though.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to have a combination of everything.
Yes.
Okay, good. So Paul is not in. So when the cat is away, the mice will do what?
Play.
And we're going to do that.
Let's play.
But thank you for listening. Pastor Fruster and Malcolm in the middle. How are you guys doing this morning?
Absolutely best day of my life.
I love that.
Absolutely the best day of my life.
Oh,
it is the best day of my life.
Ooh,
yes.
Feel that power.
Yes. I was telling you, Malcolm, I talk about you now because I was like, you know what? That is, you have to speak things into existence. You really do.
I did not know I was doing it. Robin, I didn't know I was doing it when it started. I had no idea. It just came so natural. And for me, I even asked my brothers. I'm here with my brother right now here over in Indianapolis. And I asked him, I said, do you ever remember me being mad, man? Or I'm getting upset or having a bad day? He's like, bro, I don't even ever remember you having a bad day. Because I started looking back. I don't remember when I started saying it. So I think something just happened. It just out of the blue. Oh, it's the best day of my life. And I don't even remember when I started. It's been that long. I don't know if it's been 10 years, 20 years. I have no idea. But I know for some reason, it seems to create what I have always said. And I didn't know I was doing it. I didn't know anything about manifestation, anything. So it's something I just picked up and now it just became who I am now.
It's a pleasant energy.
Oh,
it is a pleasant energy, but it's also word, and a lot of times we in today's society, even when you watch movies, they're actually, you wonder, you have to study the Bible because there's no way man doesn't have that kind of wisdom nor knowledge. So it's in the word, in Romans chapter 4. Verse 17, and it talks about calling those things as though they were, call those things that to be as though they were. So that's basically what Malcolm is saying. He's saying, even though this day is not going the best day for me, but I'm going to call it into being the best day. And so that's the Bible. That's word, like people say, word up. That's word up. Romans chapter 4, call those things to be not as though they were. They're not in existence right now, but my words, as we talked prior to coming on the show, your words have power. If you speak positively, positive things will happen.
Why don't we teach that in school? Why don't we teach that?
That's real, because normally when you hear people talk about manifestation and speaking, they have that soft voice. They have a certain monotone.
Yeah.
And, they're just happy-go-lucky. But, here's a real brother. Like, hey, no, speak it into existence. It's the best day of my life. To be honest, every day that we wake up, we should handle it like that.
Yeah, we should. We really should. This is very valuable time. And one thing that I read about Kobe Bryant that he said, and I really loved it. He said the biggest thing with us, we think we have time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was gone right behind that.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Right behind he was gone. Like, we think we have time and we really don't. You live to be 95. You really think you lived a long time. If you really look at it, that compound, what you really think was time, that ain't no lot of time.
Yeah.
95 years really is not a long time. We've just adapted in our mind that the clock told us that. But in reality of the existence of what time really is, not the clock, just time itself. How much time do I actually see my mother or my children? Or you, my friend, it's not that long. Wow. It's really not. It's really not. And they need to be teaching that. My mom was a school teacher. she's retired now. She did it for 41 years. They never taught that. This is something we just omit. And it is so important in our life this is something we should be teaching these children, because I think they'd have a different opinion and how they do things and how they move if they really knew, because they think they got time.
So what comes with what comes with that? So, there's one thing to say, and we're on a totally different topic, but it's a good one. So what comes with that? So we say, hey, it's the best day of my life, period. But what's the subtitles under that? Because if we start thinking, okay, we wake up, this is the best day of my life. Now, how do I incorporate everything else in life that I handle that day to equal up to the best day? Because we're thankful.
It starts magnetizing. It's a magnet. I'll just be walking through the grocery store through someone I've never seen before in my life, or at least in this lifetime. And I'll just be like, hey, how you doing? Best day of my life. Like, what do you mean? What you got married? You won the lottery? I mean, what happened?
So people put a tangible
immediately
thing to it. Yeah.
It just can't be that it's just the best day of my life. There's got to be something tied to it. You just got married. Did you hit the lottery? And then my response was, yes, I did actually hit the lottery, the life lottery. I've hit it every day. For 54 years, I've hit the life lottery. When I started thinking about it, like, if I hit the lottery for the money, what good is it if I don't have the life lottery? I can't use it. So the life lottery is 1 million times more important than the money lottery. But we got it backwards. We're chasing the money lottery when the whole time we're living in the life lottery, which dominates the money lottery. Because without the life lottery, what good is the money lottery? So we got it backwards.
It's very interesting, very, very interesting that how we've fallen on this topic right now.
God driving us.
Robin and I was talking yesterday of what we were going to talk about today. So to me, it's so amazing how we landed on this topic right now. But anyways, yesterday for about an hour and a half, one of my spiritual daughters had given me a call, and she's like, Mom, I need to talk to you about this. She said, what does the scripture means when it says the joy of the Lord shall be my strength? And so we started talking about it and dissecting it. And she said, why can't the joy of the Lord be every day? Why does it have to be only when things are good? Only when I have money in the bank? Only when my body is feeling well? She said, if the Lord will give us the desires of our heart, and he said it in his word, then why not every day the joy of the Lord be our strength? Why can't we be strengthened every day by the joy of the Lord? And if, when we open up that can, it was not worms, it was revelation. Wow. And so I see, I see now where what Malcolm is saying and what is really out there and in the word, we can have a good day without winning the lottery, without getting married, without all of the good things, because the best thing is that you have life.
Yes.
The best thing is that you're breathing. The best thing is that you're still on this side. So,
and as my pastor Earl B. Mason would say, count it all joy.
Yes.
Count it all joy.
When he preached that sermon, I was like, count it all joy. What you mean, count it all joy? Count it all. I don't understand that. Count it all joy.
I wish I could have heard that.
But the method in regards to how he breaks down his sermon, I was like, wow, you are so right. God ain't gonna put you through nothing that you cannot bear. You may have to go through that time to get to the other side to even appreciate the journey that you've taken. We all are going through journeys. We all have journeys.
Yeah.
Right? But it's up to, as long as we continue to run from the journey that's designed and created for us, we're going to be lost in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we have a lot of people that's lost.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, because they're waiting for that day when they win the lottery. They're waiting for that day when someone asks them to marry them. They're waiting. And some people will wait the rest of their life because they don't apply anything. You have to apply, no matter what it is, there has to be an application. So if you don't apply anything, an application comes literally from your words. You can apply words to your life and boom, there it is. So without application, you're not going to get any results. So it's there's going to be people waiting forever because they don't.
That can be, so application can be defined in certain ways. Dreaming,
Yeah.
strategic planning, whatever it is that however you decide to whatever make. Oh, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, I got you though.
Your
Application is when you say I'm going to lose weight, but you're sitting on the couch and doing nothing. You got to get up and apply yourself. Weight loss is not just going to come by you sitting on the couch. Get up and start walking, even if it's through the house. Walk.
Yeah.
Then before you know it, you're walking on the outside, and then now, boom, you got it.
Yeah,
that's application.
So the call-in number, everyone, is 1-888-247-8712. Again, 1-888-247-8712. Hey, we're talking about speaking life because we were talking about having a show about death earlier.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. With all the things that's going on. Yeah, the shootings and so forth. And I guess we can switch the topic. So we brought you up, and now we need resolutions, right? But that's part of who you are. 10-year-old girl was charged with murder in Orlando. Her mom was in a fight. Her mom handed the young girl her purse, and the young girl pulled the gun out and shot the woman that her mom was in a fight with 2 times.
She fired 2 times. One hit the boyfriend, but he survived. But the other woman was shot in the head, and
But it's so much to unpack there.
Yes.
Wow.
Right. It's so much to unpack there. Now the mother was charged with like a lesser charge. The 10-year-old was charged with murder, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So
the 10-year-old know how to
and honestly, they're still working on the case because they don't know really how to charge.
Yeah.
They're both arrested, but they don't know how to charge this 10-year-old child for shooting and killing another person. So that may have already been worked out, but the last I read, they were trying to figure out how do we charge this 10-year-old. But again, what they are riding on is that this 10-year-old made a statement, and that statement is what is going to make the decision. And her statement was, quote unquote, she shouldn't have been fighting my mother. In other words, the 10-year-old said, that lady that I killed should not either fighting or hitting my mother. I don't know which one of those words.
Well, that's a good young 10-year-old that's protecting her mom.
Absolutely.
The problem I have, the concern I would have, not even a problem. The concern I would have is, so you hand this 10-year-old your purse. Did she know that that's where her mom kept her gun?
Yeah, I think she did.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think she did because you're together. And it's amazing how we have conversations with our children. And I'm sure she let that child know that it was in there. How else would she have known? She wouldn't have known. If I'm just holding your purse, how am I going to know to go in your purse and pull something out? Yeah. You had to tell me that it was in there.
And they see it. They see it. You know, with my children, I've always had to conceal carry. And they would see my weapon on me. I mean, it was no different if I'm walking around as a police officer. Your child is going to see that gun on your hip. Or, you know, if you're a detective and you got it inside your coat, whatever, they're going to see it. So, you know, and that's very unfortunate that has happened. But what do you expect a 10-year-old child to do in what we teach them? She's protecting her mother. Of course they're going to do that. I don't know how you're going to charge a 10-year-old because she's not going to, I mean, even if they were 30, they probably still would have did the same thing. You're attacking somebody's mother, they're probably going to defend them. Now, I mean, I don't know how far, if they're going to shoot them in the head, I don't know, but still, they're going to defend their mother. It's just natural instinct to do that.
You know, some years ago, when we first moved to Tampa, which was over 20-something years ago, we were introduced by the newspaper of this young man. His name was Walter Reeves. Many viewers and people out there in Tampa may have heard about him, but his time started at 8 years old. 8 years old, he was being taught how to drive a car. When people would men would go in and rob, he was the driver.
Wow.
They had a box set up and a pillow, so when they go in, he and get in the car, he's the driver at 8 years old. So this child, when we learned of him, had been in and out of juvenile detention. Then finally, when we heard about it, he was going up to court before the judge, and my husband and I decided we wanted to make a difference in his life, and so we took him into our home.
Oh wow!
A whole lot of story from that part right there. But my point is, at 8 years old, he was being taught by grown men. This is how we do it.
Wow.
We're going to teach you how to rob. We're going to teach you how to handle a gun. How fair is that? That's so unfair.
Yeah, that is very unfair.
Yeah, and this young girl, so I heard about the incident, didn't fully read it, but when you said boyfriend, I was like, wait, they were fighting over a man?
I don't know if they were actually fighting over a man, but it was Memorial Day weekend. They had a barbecue at the apartment, and something happened where they had an altercation. They had an argument, and I think apparently the mother with the 10-year-old must have left and come back. That's a thread that I was reading. I don't know how true that thread is, but she left and she came back. And when she came back, that's when she confronted the lady that's dead.
Okay.
But the boyfriend was standing there, so I don't know what their argument.
We have a phone call.
Okay.
Caller, thank you for calling.
Yeah, good morning. This is Margaret.
Hey, Margaret.
Hi. I want to put my 2 cents in on this. You didn't say what race the people were, but I assume Black because of the way it was handled. You didn't hear them say anything about mental health, or we need to take the child to the hospital to get some psychological.
Wow.
You know, the same, who was that? Paul Mooney used to say those hidden racisms. And so that's what tell me, I said, okay, they're Black. And so, but anyway, that's a sad situation all the way around. And when you were saying about how did the child know the gun was there, well, children, she's a 10-year-old. 2-year-olds watch you, and they see what you do. So that child had to know, even if her mom didn't tell her the gun was in there at the time, she has seen and known that her mom carries that gun in her purse.
Yes.
So that could be it too. And another thing, when y'all was speaking about the other situations, Job in Job 14:1 said, "Man that is born of woman is of few days and many troubles." And I like what Malcolm says. Yes, this is the best day. And of course, we're going to have troubles because the Bible says we do. It's how we handle it is what's going to make us or break us. So,
that's so
I just
true.
wanted to put those tidbits in.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.
Touche on your comment, because she wrapping it back around to our previous comments with mental health. You know, people always saying these shooters are mental health and so forth.
Right.
Touche, Marguerite. Touche.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you,
yeah,
Ms.
it's
Margaret.
I don't know. It's trying times.
Yes.
And but trying times. This ain't the worst.
No.
It will get worse.
Yes.
And like I said, I honestly feel like God has given us so many times to reset. Reset with the environment, the pandemic. That was a clear opportunity for us to reset, right? To work on the values. Because we were stuck at home.
Yeah.
We were stuck at home. like, you know, but and we're trying to get back to life as it was, and as it wasn't great.
Yeah.
As it wasn't great.
No. Me and my brother yesterday, we talked about things. Yeah, go ahead, Pastor Fruster.
No, I was just going to comment on that reset button of the church was offered or has been offered that reset button, but certainly the world globally, we've been given that reset button. And just like 9/11, people respond to 9/11 for a moment, for a couple of weeks, but then life goes back to normal. And even as we have tried to move forward after the pandemic, we're still trying to go back to normal, but there's no normality here. We can't go back to normal because nothing is normal. I woke up this morning reading where we have hit the $5 mark on gas inflation. I mean, that's not normal. There's still a sign when I'm driving to Columbia, South Carolina, I go 301. There's still a sign that is up there where gas was $1.25. That's not normal no more. That sign is up there, is old, but it keeps reminding me, Lord, have mercy. Look where you brought us from. Yes. And so we need
89 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, the gas was 89 cents.
Right there.
Diesel was 99 cents, and diesel is the runoff of gasoline. So it's really the urine of gas.
Wow.
And it's higher. It's just they found an industry and they just raped the industry, basically.
And don't get it twisted. Once it goes up that high, $5, it's never going back down. It would never be back $2 or $3. They're going to go down just enough for you to be thankful that it went down.
Well, it's $10 a gallon in California.
Wow.
Oh, it's gone up to $10?
Yeah, it's $10 a gallon in California. You know, because that's where we live. You know, I just act over here with my father-in-law over here in Illinois, but I'm at my brother's house in Indiana. But it's $10 a gallon out in California. It's ridiculous.
So how much is it in Indiana?
It's like $5 a gallon over here.
Wow.
$5 and something.
Yeah, once they put it up, they
got it.
Because of greed.
Yeah,
because of greed. They're not gonna go back down.
No.
They're gonna say, oh, you know what? We did pretty good with this. So let's just, let's knock it off 50 cents. So $4.50. They'll be thankful for that.
Well, you said the word, the normality. That now people take it as this is just normal now. So once we all accept it, now it's just $5 a gallon. Nobody even cares about it going back to $2 a gallon.
Yeah. Hey, we have to do something different. We have to, and this is going based on just people being in office, that's not going to be loyal to the lobbyists. That's not going to be loyal to those other people, but they are really loyal to their constituents.
Guys, the power is really in the people. This will never happen because we just can't come together. No, we can come together. I'm going to take that back. If everybody all together said, we're just not going to buy gas today, everybody, they'll drop it the next day.
Yeah.
Power is with the people.
It's all with the people. But everybody, you're going to always have
100%.
that number, but you're going to have the people who say, well, I got 100 million, so I'm going to buy gas.
Yeah.
And the guy said, well, I'm not going to participate because I'm not a follower. It's going to always be someone to challenge the narrative for nothing when we're just trying to do something collectively together to help all. But you're going to have that group that's just going to be like, no, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not a follower, or I got enough money, so I ain't worried about it.
So it's like back in the day with the bus, when our parents, our mothers and fathers, oh, that's how you're going to treat us? You want us to go all the way back to the bus? We are going to walk to work.
Yes.
We're going to get up early enough that when I walk, I'll get there maybe early or I'll be on time. But we're not going to do is get on your bus. And I believe that if we come back to that reset mind, we reset our mind and say, okay, I am not going to buy gas. I'm not going to buy gas this week, the next 2 weeks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk it, ride my bicycle, or listen, I can work from home, but I don't need to. I'm not going to do that. That will shut the system down.
Shut the system down.
That doesn't mean fill your gas tank up.
Right.
And then
don't do it. Just
but
stop
if the power,
right now.
Now y'all talking my language, because the power is with the people.
It is.
Yeah.
Always has been.
And we're
Always
proving
has
that
been.
with this housing system that's going on here, in housing crisis that's going here in Tampa. So we've been pushing. People have been coming out, but that's what electives understand. They understand people.
Yes.
When they see people, then those are votes.
Yes.
And you see people saying the same message.
Yes.
Those are votes.
Yes.
So power is with the people. We had a 7-0 vote, a unanimous vote regarding the landlord complaint registry for them to create a model like Gainesville. And we had a unanimous vote with tenant advocacy office for them to create a model with the same as Miami. But they are consistently.
We heard that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is power is with the people. So power
Yes.
is with the people. It can make it there. We can make a difference.
And
Yes.
in all aspects also, not just as a human being, but even as us as being people of color, if we were trying to move something. All we have to do is just come together and we will shut
That's
it
it.
down.
Yeah.
We will shut it down. And as
Yeah.
the
White people are the deciding factor.
yes. Always.
And if we vote if we come together and really collectively vote together, we will shut it down, because we are the most loyal.
Yeah.
That makes us. We don't flip flop. We haven't flip flop. We have been the most loyal and just direct, persistent, right?
And we're one of the biggest consumers.
Correct.
The biggest.
We're
The
one of
biggest.
the biggest consumers out
Oh,
there.
yes.
We shop till we drop. I mean, we
Yes.
go and
When
tear
we
up
don't
the
have. Yeah.
and we don't have it. But we go in and put all that money on our card, or spend our rent money, our car payment, and we're the biggest. So if we shut it down, I'm telling you, we are saying something that is so true. We are power. We are people of power. If we make up in our mind and we come together and say we're going to close down International Mall because we're not going to shop there.
We're gonna shut it.
It'll shut it down.
Shut it down.
It'll shut down. Sure would.
And everybody, we have Pastor Tucker. Tucker Johnson. Just quickly to give us some information about Juneteenth. She's the president over the Juneteenth Coalition, Tampa Bay Juneteenth Coalition.
Yes, Tampa Bay Juneteenth Coalition. How's everybody?
Hello,
Best day of
good
my
morning.
life. Good morning.
I think we
Pastor.
have 2 minutes for I call her Felicia, and her name is not even Felicia; it's Felicia. But we had a long conversation about that. But
I really appreciate the time. I appreciate the time. I understand that. What I'll just say then is that you can go to TampaBayJuneteenthCoalition.com, our website, and you'll get the upcoming events that's coming. But this week is going to be very, very heavy because we're going to, for the very first time, we're going to raise the Juneteenth flag right there at the County Commissioner's Building on Wednesday. That's going to be this Wednesday, yes, with Gwen Myers. And it's going to be the first time that's going to be another history maker. So we're excited and we're inviting everybody out. And then that Friday, we will be at City Hall with the mayor and we will be actually raising the flag then. The host for the event that day is going to be our Miss Juneteenth, our ambassador for Juneteenth. So we're very excited about that because this is now a federal holiday and things are really manifesting according to God's will. And we are so excited. We want you to join us. We have also in August, we're going to be doing a youth awards program, and we're going to be giving out monetary awards, but I don't want to use the word scholarship because I want people to understand that those awards are going to be just monetary awards that we're pouring back into the young people who are trying to make a positive difference in our community as it relates to Juneteenth. And then on Juneteenth, June 19th, we're going to have a Juneteenth church service, something that we are trying to get all churches to get involved with trying to educate in any way possible on things out there, just as you are doing, which I am so just elated to see this kind of programming that you all have been doing. I've been tuning in. And we just thank you for all of your due diligence. Join
Amen.
us.
So we have to bring you back. But we're out of time. And thank everybody for tuning in. Paul, hey, we held the fort down, and we'll see you next time.
Thank
Hold on
you.
1 second. Hold on.
Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, let me end the broadcast.